Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue with our Retire On series. Today we're covering BTCI from Neos. Now I actually love Neos products and I have BTCI in my portfolio just to get that out of there. I am not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes. But as we cover this today, the whole point of the Retire On series is to see what we would need in order to get 60K a year. How many shares and what those shares would cost us at the current price, and the amount of income we would get based on the lowest dividend yield, with the exception of the first one. So, right off the bat, I don't cover taxes. And when I say the lowest distribution, the first one sometimes can be a fluke, so I try not to use that one, and that is the case here in BTCI. A lot of times these are launched and don't have full-time potential for their first payout. Now BTCI does pay monthly, so we need to take and factor that in. Now currently BTCI is $58.31. That is the current share price at the time of filming this video and may be subject to change. The lowest dividend so far, excluding the first dividend, is $1.25. Now, this being a monthly payer, when we go to look at the math, it's going to be very straightforward. We want 60K, and you divide that by 12. That's going to give you $5,000 a month that we're trying to get. Now, the next step would be to look at how many shares do we need. So if you take that $5,000 a month and divide it by $1.25, which is their lowest dividend so far, excluding the first one, that will give you 4,000 shares. Very simple number. These numbers on this investment are very easy to track to figure out what you need. So you take those 4,000 shares and you multiply that by the current share price, which is $58.31. So that creates a cost for your portfolio to do this at $233,240. Now, compared to some of the other investments we've covered on this, that seems high, except for one thing. And I think this is the part that needs to stand out to everyone. A lot of times I will give my opinion on if you should reinvest, how much, and what that would cost you. This is one that I would say, unless there's a severe drawdown in the market, you shouldn't have to reinvest. All right, so when you think about that, it shows you what kind of investment this is. Normally, I would suggest most assets like this, you really need to put like at least a 5 or 10% back in to prop up the NAV. But BTCI has proven to be resilient through down markets. It's proven that it can hold up and they can produce the income that they are showing you monthly. It has been going for multiple months now, and every month it's solid. And at the time of this recording, we're already above $8.31 above the inception price. So that alone should tell you the opportunity that can be found in this ETF. Now, any of you that don't know of Neos funds, I would greatly suggest you go look into them. Honestly, I think pretty much everything they offer is really, really good. And they can even take funds that are not so good and have fixed some. But we'll be looking at those in the future. But currently, as far as the Retire On series goes, this is the first one that I've said you probably don't need to reinvest anything. And that's saying something. So you could have 60 grand a year off $234,000 essentially if you were to be all in. You should never be all in on one ETF or one investment. But that said, I think that it's probably one of the better ones you're going to see on this series. And I think you should be looking at all the Neos offerings if you're looking for attractive, safe income. But with that said, if you haven't already, I don't know why you wouldn't have, go down, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see all of our upcoming videos. Give us a like. It really does help. And with that said, I will see you in the next one.